All right, here is Olive's update. She is still adjusting to the change in rules, but she's doing great. She's getting it. So I'll show you what she's doing. We're going to do some leash work, and then I'm going to introduce Place. So you're going to actually see Place start from day one, exactly how I started. Here she is. Heel. Excellent. Very good. Good girl. Heel. That's it. You're doing it. Good girl. Sit. Sit. Good girl. Excellent. Good girl. Heel. So I want her on a loose leash, paying attention to where I'm going. Place. Good. Sit. Good. Place. This one's easy. This one's easy. Good girl. Place. Good. Yeah. Place. See? I told you it was easy. Good girl. Good girl. Place. Excellent. Good. Good. Place. Perfect. Place. Good dog. Hey, go one more. Place. Good girl. Good. Okay. Good girl. Yeah, girl. Place. Come on. Here. Sit. Good. Good place. Good place. Good. So once I get her on and show her that this little dog bed is Place, then the next thing I'm going to do is add some very mild distraction just by moving around her and move her back on with her leash and collar. And we're using the pinch collar that we talked about, the prong collar. And I'm going to be adding in my remote collar, assuming that she does everything that I want her to do here with the regular collar. So right now, no treats, just a leash, no remote collar, and we'll see how she does. Good. Nope. Place. Good. That a girl. And just showing her that I don't want her to step off. Good girl. I'm not putting any pressure on the leash until she does step off, and then she's just getting a little bit backward pressure onto the, nope, Place. Good. Sit. Good. Good, good. And I want her to always start with a sit. Later we're going to have down, but right now we've got her on a sit. Nope. Place. Good. Good. So she sees that that edge is what I'm looking for. Good. Nope. Good. That a girl. Good. No treats yet. Not until she starts using her brain better. Place. Good. Good. Nope. Place. Sit. Good. I want to see her move to the edge and stop without my help. Nope. Place. Place. Good girl. Good. Good. That was good. Sit. Good. That was good. So I was ready. I started to move my hand, but she did not continue. So that was good effort. Good girl. Good. Managed to wrap your flat collar around a Excellent. Good dog. Good girl. This is what I'm looking for, is that she realizes that she needs to stay there. Excellent. Good girl. Good. Excellent. Good girl. Good. Okay. Okay. Good. Okay, good girl. Good. All right, I'm going to add in the remote collar now. And I have to adjust this because I got it, somehow I got it wrapped around the flat collar. So I'm just going to adjust it there. Good. There we go. Yes, you're a good girl. And we want that remote collar off to the side because I want it to be on a muscle group, because it is a muscle stimulant. Good. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Good. All right, place. So now I'm going to add in a little collar pressure. Sit. And she has not had any collar pressure yet from my remote collar. So I start all the dogs on a 5. 5 is low enough that I cannot feel it. And then I'm going to move up or down depending on her response. So now, in addition to the leash, if she moves off, I'm going to add this pressure in. Excellent, good. So that little bit that I did with the leash and collar is just to show her this, so that she understands it, and if anything that I do with her for moving is fair. Because she says, I know what you want. Pinch collar's a little itchy from those little prongs. Alright, so she steps off. I'm holding down the button on a 5. Good. I hold it down until she gets back on. Alright, sit. Good. Good. Because sitting is what I want. She doesn't get a treat because she made a mistake. So you're seeing the whole thing unfold. This is exactly, I'm teaching this to her on video. Put place, place. So she's feeling that 5, but it's just a very, very mild sensation. I'm not doing anything. That's the itchiness from that, excuse me, from that pinch collar. Good, 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 good. Oh yeah, good. Sit. Good. 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 So pressure again. This is on a 5. Place. Good. Nope. Place. Excellent. Good. Place. Good girl. Good. So I'm just using this really low level to give her the same information that I gave her with the leash, except that I'm transferring it over to this. And so it's a very controlled situation. Place. Good. Good. So she's starting to learn that this sensation has a meaning. And once she starts to understand that, then we can start teaching her other meanings for it, and then pretty soon she's completely fluent. And I'm being very careful not to move her off with the leash. So I'm going to go up to a 10 and just see what the response is. Sit. Good. Because she's had repeated steps off now, and I want her to understand better. So I generally move up by 5s on my collar. One of the other things I'm doing is figuring out what's a good level for her. Good girl. Good. Oh, aren't we clever? Good girl. Excellent place. So I didn't use any collar pressure. She did that on her own, which tells me that she's understanding the 5. I'm still going to try a 10 because she just made a lot of mistakes. It's a little bit like nagging when you get repeated mistakes and you're just repeatedly saying, don't. So, yeah, you're super. You're super. You're a good girl. Place. So this is a 10. You see that it's not significantly different, but you see that she did indicate it more. A little tilt of her head. So this might be a better level to work her on. Beautiful. Good decision. Good girl. Good. So what I'm looking for is that she's deciding what's in her best interest here. You can see her tail wagging. This is not a bad situation for her. Like I said, she's learning the new rules, and as she learns them and figures them out, she's just going to get happier and happier in her work. So pressure here, this is on a 10, place. And she got pretty distracted by whatever she was smelling there, and so I didn't get as great a response from the 10. And I just let go of that leash because when she shook her head, I didn't want it to tighten. Good job. But there she did. She laid down. She stayed on place. Exactly what I'm looking for. Her making those decisions. So I've got her on a 5, and she's going to move because I'm doing that. This is a 10. You can see the difference there. Excellent. Excellent. Good girl. No reward because I had to correct her for that. But I've got her on a 5 on my collar. Nope. Place. Place. That's it. Place. So she's moving because I'm bending over to look at this, and she's taking that as an invitation to move, and I'm holding up the transmitter. 5, I think you can see it there. There we go. That's a good dog. This can be so difficult to see. There it is. Got her on a 5, and what I'm doing to get to a 10 is I'm using the red button, which is called a boost. Show it to you there. Jumps it up to 10. Place. That's it. Good. Place. Nope. Place. Good. Excellent. Good. So I'm going to sit in a chair, which will also get her to move, I think. And we're just going to keep working on this. My goal today, she's moving off a little bit more than I like, so I'm going to try to get 5 continuous minutes on place without a mistake. And that's, if we get that, we'll be golden. She gets back on. Excellent. Place. She's starting to think this is a fun game. You can tell in her whole attitude. Place. So I may end up going a little bit higher yet on my collar because I need to say, not a game, got to do it right. I don't care if she stands up. That's going to get her a little pressure. Place. Place. Nope. Place. You can see that her whole attitude is changing. So I am going to turn her up a little bit because part of what I'm trying to do here is find the right level with her that she's responsive to. So because I've moved up now to a 15, she could, if she startles, there we go, good job. She might make a little noise, but it's more like anybody who gets surprised going, ah, than anything else. Sit. Sit. Good. Good. actually, when I first started doing her leash work with her, she thought it was a jolly amount of fun. And she thought it was great time to try and play and bounce and do all kinds of things. And that's why I said she was adjusting to the rules, because she was used to doing what she wanted to do when she was on a leash. And suddenly I said, no, there are different rules for that now. And you saw her be a little bit more subdued. So I'm looking for that here. She thinks this is great fun, and you can just see it in all of her attitude. And so we just have to get to where she understands that this is